Welcome to a concept mastery review of the SLOB rule. In this video, I will be discussing what the SLOB rule is, as well as giving you some practical examples and a clinical example. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is talk about what the SLOB rule is. And that is, it's a acronym that will help you determine whether an object is in a buccal or lingual orientation or position when looking at a 2D radiograph. Okay, that's just the definition. We'll start there and we'll build upon this definition. So the SLOB rule stands for same lingual opposite buccal. So basically what this means is that if you were to take a radiograph head-on, let's just start here with this yellow star. Let's start here. If you were to take a radiograph head-on of a tooth with multiple roots, some of those roots will blend together because we're looking at a 2D image of a 3D object. So some of these roots are going to be superimposed on each other, and we need to know whether that root is on the lingual side or the buccal side. So if we were to move the angle in which the radiograph is taken, we would get a slightly different picture. And through those pictures, we would be able to better determine where this extra root is. So this extra root is this green little triangle here, okay? So when taken from a head-on, I'm just going to do HO here for a head-on radiograph, those objects are going to be superimposed on each other. Now, if we were going to move the radiograph and take it from a mesial angulation, and let's just say that this root is on the lingual side. This green root is on the lingual side of the tooth. If we were to move the radiograph mesially, we should see that root move mesially to the mesial direction as well, because same lingual. So it moves in the same direction as the angulation of the radiograph. So if we were to take that radiograph here on the left tooth, we would maybe see this root start to protrude on the mesial side. Why? Because same lingual, it moves the same side. And similarly, if we are going to take the radiograph from the distal side and move it distally, we would expect to see this root that's on the lingual side move distally as well. So we now might see this root come here in between those roots. And that would help us determine that that root was on the lingual side by taking those different angles of the radiograph. Okay, so here's a video I shot. There's actually two objects here. When I moved, let's say to the left is the mesial direction, we can see that that second bottle is revealed and moves mesially. Similarly, when we come to the distal side or the right side of your screen, we see that object move to the distal direction. So same lingual, opposite buccal. Now let's watch this video again and let's focus on the buccal object, okay? So as we move mesially in this video, we can see that the front bottle moves distally. Do you see how that works there? So opposite buccal, it moves to the opposite side. Now again, we're going to come from the distal side and we're going to see that this front bottle or the buccal bottle moves mesially, opposite buccal. So I thought this is a good representation of this concept. So when you rotate a radiograph, you can understand the position of the object.